Welcome to this mental development course regarding I'm afraid to let go of it. Think about this. It's just bad. I know. Perhaps you've been struggling for this for the last 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. Perhaps you actually have been struggling with these kind of depressions, thoughts, and whatever it is, the whole of your life. And one day you wake up, you're happy. Think about it. You wake up tomorrow and you're happy. To wake up one morning and everything is solved and you're just happy. And that is a weird thought actually, because why aren't we just happy? I mean, don't we just wake up in the morning and we're happy? Because there's of course has to be some problem solved. That could be problems with yourself inside your own head, but they're always related to other people. They are always related to other people. And I think that I perhaps could have hit a little point there with you, because that is a frightening thought, isn't it? That certainly everything is relieved. Those problems that you've been struggling with for a long time, they're certainly gone. From one day to another, the people who have caused you trouble have changed. From one day to another, you're not ill anymore. If you have a physical disease, you're like disabled, or whatever it could be, or you have cancer, or whatever it could be. From one day to another, it's all gone. You see, the case is actually that, of course, this is very rare, things like that happen. And the case is that you have gotten used to now, for such a long time, to feel depressed. You have gotten used to those black thoughts. You have gotten used to playing with these strange, weird thoughts about things that I'll not even say here. But also your surroundings have gotten used to that you talk. Perhaps might be that is not the case in your case, but a lot of people can't help talking when they're very, very depressed about their problems. So your surroundings have also gotten used to that you are always a little bit unhappy or depressed. Not always, but very often, and talking about things like that. I think I'll make a little illustration for you. I cannot advise you to do this, but let's say you had a table in front of you. And now you take like a fork. The little sharp end of the fork, you are now digging down in the table and you're making a very, very deep and very, very long scratch in the table. That's not good for the table, of course. But the case is, if you're now like touching with your fingers over the surface of the table, even you close your eyes, you will easily be able to find that big, deep scratch. If you take the fork again and you're now nice and easy moving it along the table, even with your eyes closed, you will see that the fork will certainly in a certain point find that scratch. And if you do it very gentle, you realize that if the scratch is deep enough, the fork will follow along that long scratch until the end of it. Now that's what I mean about waking up one day and feeling happy. Because you have in such a long time been used to have that big scratch where your thoughts are running along that deep scratch all the time. To get the fork, to get that out of that scratch is very, very difficult. It's a new way of thinking. That's where I'm heading in all of this talk. The new way of thinking is very difficult. And this is something you have to work on. You see, to be happy, you need to work on it. And to get out of that scratch, trust me, that is hard work. That is really, really hard work. You're simply so used to be depressed. You're so used to be in a bad mood. You're so used to struggle with that person or those persons or yourself that scratch just continues forever. And that's a very, very big issue of being happy and get out of your situation. You need to jump out of that big scratch. You need to work on those thoughts so they are slowly disappearing. It is a little bit like grinding the table again. You know, the more you grind it, by the end the scratch will slowly get more and more, smaller and smaller. And by the end you've been grinding so deep on the whole table, on the whole surface, that the scratch is not there anymore. And that's what you have to work with. And that is very difficult and it takes time. Time is a very big issue regarding that. But you definitely need to start working with it. Otherwise you're never getting out of that scratch for the whole of your life. See you on the coming courses in my mental development courses. Looking forward to have you as a listener again.